Okay, I heard you guys. I realize I messed up. So, it's time to fix a couple of things. It's time to give these headphones the review that they actually deserved, and it's actually time to right the wrong, or fix the wrong, whatever the saying is. Time to revisit these things and explain a couple of things. So, let's get it going. Hey, what is up everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having an excellent Christmas Eve. I know I am. But guys, again, I looked at the video, I saw all the comments, and I felt really terrible that I led you guys to false information. And I just want to apologize. I had no idea that I was spreading a false, misleading thing, and I apologize. So, in the spirit of Christmas and also in all things that are fair, I have decided to rebuy these things, and I've redecided to give them another shot and extensively use them better than I did last time to give you a better review. Now, a lot of you also don't like me standing around, so I'm gonna mix in a few clips here and there, and also I'm gonna try to limit the talking. So let's start these things off. Now, obviously with all my unboxings, I do an unboxing and a review. I usually do them both, but because I've already opened these up, I don't need to go over them extensively, but we're gonna do a quick brush through. So inside the box, you get your headphones, you get your charging case, which charges by USB-C or Qi wireless charging. Inside the box, we also get exchangeable ear tips along with some paperwork and a USB-C cable by Anker. And we will discuss more about the ear tips, etc. later. But right now, let's get into the review. So the Anker Soundcore Liberty Air 2, which is basically their budget version, or supposedly their version to AirPods, look exactly like these. Now, compared to the first generation, there is not much of a difference. The first generation are very similar. The only difference this time around are mostly just with the app and also some internal things. The promotion says they are using diamond-coated drivers for better bass response, and it could explain why the stem is a lot bigger because the driver is so close, but we will discuss that later. Taking a look at the design, it is very similar to AirPods, but not in the point where they're stealing AirPod designs. You could clearly tell they were just inspired by the AirPods. When putting them in your ear, and you will see me throughout this video using them, when you put them in your ear, they don't feel uncomfortable, they feel nice. They have nice noise isolation, which we will also get into the ear tips as well. Now, the headphones themselves have a very nice feel once they're in your ear, and they don't go loose. As you see, I shook my head, I basically just rocked the place and it didn't fall out of my ear. So it has very good grip in your ear, and it has very good noise isolation as well. When it comes to the ear tips, that's what I wanted to talk about. These things give you a lot more ear tips compared to your average brand. Now, most brands will give you 3 pairs. With Anker or Soundcore, they're giving you 4, and that is impressive because considering the fact that they were giving these things for $100, usually you would expect maybe 2 or 3, but they're giving you an extra pair. So they're going a step beyond, and I appreciate the fact that they are doing that. So that's a big plus in my book, more for your money. Now let's talk about the charging case and battery before we get to the sounds and everything. So the battery case holds 28 hours and the earbuds themselves hold 7 hours. Now I haven't used these for too long, but I can tell you it has been 3 days and I still have yet to charge these things. So when it comes to battery life, these things are excellent. And considering this is coming from Anker, you know you're gonna get a very good experience and you're gonna get the best battery because you also get fast charging as well. You charge these up for 10 minutes, you get 2 hours of playback with the charging case and the buds charged up. And lastly, with this whole USB-C thing, everybody's making a big fuss about it, these things do charge by USB Type-C, which is a major plus. Now let's talk about the sound quality. So we're gonna do this differently. So there's gonna be 2 versions. We're gonna talk about the headphones themselves and then the app. So when you use these headphones and when you put them on at first glance, they sound pretty average. They don't sound too bad. They have a very good bass as advertised, so the bass is nice and punchy, not overpowering, but very enjoyable. The sound quality is superb. You get your mids and your lows. You even get a little bit of high in there, but it is a little muddy at times, although it's not too bad as I thought. But keep in mind, this is without the app. Once you use the app, that is where everything goes. Now the app is the key to these headphones. When you use the app, you can update your firmware, you can change your controls, you can customize the things better, but the main selling point is the EQ. And that is a major plus because these things with the EQ and the app, turn these headphones from $100 into possibly $150 plus headphones. The sound quality actually gets a lot better when you use the EQ. And the best feature in there is Hear ID. Now, if you don't know what Hear ID is basically a feature in the app where if you take the time to sit down and customize these things, they will sound based on your hearing. So it's not using a template. It's actually sending sound signals to your ears that you can detect by just listening. If you can hear it, you hold the button down. If you can't hear it, you just let go and it will replay it a little bit louder, and it will adjust the frequency of the sound as you continue for both the left and the right earbud. And after I finished and taking the time to actually do it, I was left with an EQ that was possibly one of my favorite EQs. It's actually better than the last time I did it. Maybe my hearing has gotten worse, I don't know. But I also did a comparison just by side to side. Now obviously you're not gonna be able to see it, but what I did was I switched from the Soundcore Signature to the Personal EQ. And what I noticed from the Signature to my Personal, it increased the sound. It made it a lot louder, a lot more vibrant, I would say. You still get your nice bass, but you hear a lot more cleaner sound. So I highly advise, if you guys own these headphones, use Hear ID. This thing is a game changer and is really the key as to how these headphones work. Now, when it comes to, I guess you could say workout, are they workout proof? Yes, they are sweat resistant. IPX5, I believe. Sorry guys, I don't have a script tonight. I'm going off the script because I don't believe in giving scripts for reviews. But anyway, it is compatible also with Qi wireless charging. So it will be slower if you use wireless charging, but you put them on overnight, you wake up in the morning, you'll get a fresh take, but sometimes it's better just to use that Type-C port. Now, a couple of other things before we start is also microphone. Now, this thing is advertising 4 microphones total, 2 microphones in each bud to offer some very, very good sounds. So we're gonna test that out right now, and I'll let you guys be the judge of what you think the microphone sounds like. So here is a sample. This is a microphone test of the Soundcore Liberty Air 2, just trying them out on Record Memo, transferring the audio to the video. This is from the headphones. Just wanted to see how they sound, and let me know your thoughts down below, what you guys think. So after using the microphone test and listening back, I can definitely say they are definitely better than the Galaxy Buds or any earbuds that I have heard. So their claim with the 4 microphones with the uplink noise cancellation is true to their word, although I do have to say they don't sound as good as AirPods. AirPods still, in my opinion, have great microphone quality, but still, when you're using them for calls and when you're using them for talking to people in general, they're gonna be fine. I just called my girlfriend on as well, and she noticed there was no latency, nothing. Now, a couple of other things before we end this video. Let's talk about latency. So, when you're using this with an Android, there is no latency. I haven't found one latent problem with YouTube or watching videos. On an iOS device, same thing. I haven't found any issues at all. I haven't seen any latency or delays in the audio. So far there are no latencies, and also with updated firmware, that also helps cut that back as well. Now these things are rocking Bluetooth 5.0, so you can go up to, I believe, 40, 50 feet. Again, my facts could be wrong as well, so please comment them down below if I messed up anywhere. And lastly, one important thing to mention before we go is that the case itself actually is not white like the earbuds. So if we take a quick look, just nothing stupid, just a quick little look, you can see there's this is a little bit darker and has a matte finish, where this is a little more glossy and white. So don't worry about this attracting color or dirt because it has already a finish on there, so it should be easier to clean. And now let's get into the final thoughts. So again, I did promise to make these shorter because I know you guys don't want to sit through and watch me just talk. You want to hear the truth and you want to see some results. Well, listen, I have used these things for 2 weeks. I've not mentioned them. I've kept this under profile. And honestly, guys, I was wrong in my first video. Even though what I say is true, there is a lot that I messed up on. And the biggest thing I messed up on was audio separation. You're probably wondering if I forgot about that. Well, I didn't. I saved it for the last because, yes, you can connect these things with both and you can listen to separate earbuds at a time. I was wrong when I said that because I actually made a mistake. When I paired these, I forgot to pair a second thing, which you saw in the video. It says the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 left and then the Soundcore Liberty Air 2. Now there is no R on that. That is the actual Bluetooth connectivity for the right and the left, but then it has a separate connection to use the separate buds for the left or the right. So that's how it's able to separate. And I made a mistake when I said it doesn't, and I felt so terrible after looking back and realizing how much of a fool I felt. So again, I apologize to that, and I completely changed that. So final thoughts, positives and negatives. Let's get the positives out of the way. First positive, obviously, is sound quality. Now with sound quality, they sounded great on their own, great bass, definitely some nice mids, but with that app, it changes everything. That's my next positive, the app itself. It is great. It is probably one of the best things that defines these headphones. It makes it what it is and uplifts it to a whole other level. When it comes to build quality, I also give that a plus. The case is very nice and lightweight, compact. The headphones don't feel cheap at all. And honestly, I put them in my pocket, they're not going anywhere. And if I shake them down, see, magnetically sealed, they're not going anywhere. So build quality, very good. Next thing, battery life. I think battery life is always crucial, and these things have 28 hours total with 7 hours on the buds. That's already enough right there, and it's great battery life. I've gone, again, 3 days so far without charging these things, and that's 3 days at a time during the 2 weeks I've used them, so that's impressive. And the last thing I like about these headphones is pretty much, I would give you the benefit of the doubt by saying this, they are definitely much better with, I would say, the Hear ID feature. And that is my last positive, Hear ID, with that feature being used in the app. Now you can say that's probably part of the app, but I just wanted to separate that. My only negative, and this is personal to me because it's my opinion, but I only have one negative, and that's just the Bluetooth connectivity. Now, I do understand you have to manually pair both of them so you can use one or the other, and if you don't believe me, the proof is in the video, so I'm not gonna argue that anymore. I made the mistake, so I've already cleared it up, but I wish they had just made it one pairing where you just pair it like how Galaxy Buds and every other headphone works. You pair it once, you don't have to pair it a second time with separate inputs. You just pair it once and it would link for both headphones. I feel like that should have been addressed, and I personally would have liked for them to have done that, but I'm not complaining. My second complaint and my last complaint, and that's really it. I only said one, but there's really two. And if I'm being nitpicky, this is like just a nitpicky, so I wouldn't count this. But whoa, so actually guys, my real complaint is actually different. So I was just editing this video and I just remembered what my actual second complaint was. My second complaint was that it has no ambient sound mode where it would let in sound. So if you don't know what ambient mode is, it uses the microphones to allow sound to come in so you can hear the external world around you. Now, I forgot to mention that as I was talking, but I just wanted to put that in there. I'm currently editing the video, and I just thought I'd let you know that was my actual second problem that I had with these headphones. I don't know if that's going to be a deal breaker for you guys, but if it is, let me know your thoughts. I don't necessarily think it will be, but hey, everybody's different, everybody has their input, so that could be a deal breaker, but let me know your thoughts down below, and back to the video. So overall, guys, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but these might just be my brand new favorite earbuds of 2019. Yes, I said the Galaxy Buds were great, and I said what I said in that video, and that video still stands. Value-wise and feature-wise, the Liberty Air 2 give you a lot for $100, and I think that's the takeaway. You're paying $100, but you're getting a lot in return. While I still use the Galaxy Buds, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna stop because these things are just that great. They sounded great, they felt great, and they were just overall great. So I'm gonna continue to rock these things, and as it is, I made a mistake, and again, I apologize, guys, and I hope I was able to clear some things up. I hope I was able to give these things the review they deserved, and I definitely do think these are worth the money they're asking, especially for what they're offering, because I tell you, it's unlike anything that I've used, so definitely try it out. And that's it for today's episode. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it informational. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked anything about it, hit that dislike button. And of course, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas. I will see you tomorrow for a special Christmas message. And everybody, peace.